Hey y'all, it's Victoria from Super Geeked. I'm here with my monthly recap. That's right, it's my what's sold over $40 on all 4 of the platforms that I sell on. I sell on Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, and Mercari, and these are the items that are going to give me the biggest bang for my buck. They're the items that I look for in your what sold videos. So if you're interested in seeing what I sold for over $40, then stick around. So hey y'all, if you're new to our channel, I'm Victoria. We're Super Geeked. We celebrate all the things that make us special and unique and get us super geeked. And one of the things that I get super geeked about is reselling. I'm a full-time reseller. I sell women's fashion, sometimes men's and kids, but mostly women's. And I do like to sell mid-century modern hard goods. Today I'm sharing with you sales that I made on the 4 platforms that I sell on. And so today we're going to talk about Mercari. I have 3 sales on Mercari that were over $40. And the first ones were these DL 1961 jeans. They were a slim boot cut and they sold for $50. This brand is sold on Anthropologie. I actually have purchased this jean brand before and I really like it. It's a very expensive jean brand. Doesn't always resell for the most, but I was lucky enough that these sold for $50. And so after cost of goods, fees, and shipping, I brought home $28.82 on these jeans. I tend to pick up Free People jeans as long as they're in good condition and I get them for a good price because I usually sell them for $40 to $50. And such is the case with these Free People high roller skinny jeans. These are not anything special. They're just a skinny jean. They didn't have anything crazy going on, no distressing, but they did sell for $45. And after cost of goods, fees, and shipping, I made $32.34 on these jeans. And then, as you can see, we have a theme here for Mercari. The third thing that sold for over $40 were a pair of men's 7 for All Mankind Austin jeans. I actually had these for quite a while. I'm still working out the kinks in my sourcing of men's items, but they did sell for $40. I had only paid about $2.50 for them, so it's okay that they sat a little bit. And after fees and cost of goods and shipping, I made $24.23. And I mentioned shipping on Mercari because I do free shipping on Mercari, so the shipping does come out of the profit margin that I make, but they don't take as high a percentage as some of the other selling platforms, so I'm okay with doing that for items on Mercari. I didn't have any items on Etsy that sold for over $40 this month, but if you're interested, definitely go back and see some of my other what sold videos. On eBay, the first item I'm going to share with you was actually gifted to me from my grandmother. This actually is from the 90s. It is one of those open sequin jackets. A lot of women wear them down here over long dresses to cocktail parties or balls for Mardi Gras, and such was the case with this jacket and another jacket she gave me. So it is vintage, but it was fully beaded. Beautiful jacket, and it sold for $45.10. My cost of goods was $0, and then after fees and shipping, I made $30.77 on this item that was gifted to me. You've heard me talk about this shoe brand. This was the last of the Sasha London shoes. I had one in a what sold video last month and the month before. They sat around forever, had very little interest. I thought I wasted time listing these shoes. They didn't cost very much. One pair was given to me and the other 2 I got at the bins, but still. And then when they sold, they surprised me and all 3 of them sold for over $40. So I think they were around $50 each. These sold for $58.25. I paid $1.79 at the bins for them. And after eBay fees and paying for shipping, I made $40.63 on these shoes that sat forever. So would I pick them up again? I had a really hard time with this. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Okay, so I've had a lot of items that sat for over a year sometimes, but then they sell for 50, 60, sometimes upwards of that, but they had to sit for over a year. And I'm like, do I source this item again? Because I know it's probably going to sit again, but I made a lot of money off of it. Like, what's the right answer? Do you go and source these items if you know they're going to sit for a while? Some of my Modcloth stuff, that are formal dresses, I expect those to sit. I pay up for those items. They're usually new with tags, through liquidation. I know they're going to sit, but some of these items, I expect them to sell faster. They don't sell, and when they do, they sell for a good price point. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, so let me know what you guys think. All right, next, over $40 sale. I mentioned it when I picked this dress up again in New Orleans. I have sold this dress before, and when I saw it in the thrift store, when Alicia and I went back to New Orleans, I was like, I know I'm going to grab this dress because it's had so much interest. Then it sold super fast, and it sold for over $50. So I was like, it's a no-brainer. The same thing happened with this dress. So this is a BOLO item from Anthropologie. It is tiny. I don't pick up every tiny item that was Anthropologie because it's a little bit older of a brand that Anthropologie carries. But this dress has some kind of following. It's embroidered. The first dress I sold for over $50 had no belt. This one actually had the belt. I want to say it sold in 2 days for $58.80 on eBay. I had paid $5.46 at the thrift store in New Orleans. And then after fees and shipping, I made $41.49 on this dress. So if you see this tiny dress, yes, it's an older brand from Anthropologie, but pick it up. Okay, another item that sat for over a year were these Born sandals. I don't pick up Born very often anymore, but then it sits for a year and it goes and sells for $43.25. So my cost of goods on them were real low. It was $306. And then after fees and shipping, I made $26.17. So do I pick up these sandals again if I see them? I mean, they sold for over $40, but I'm going to be holding on to them for another year. What do you think? Okay, next item is Modcloth. If you've seen any of my videos, you're like, why is she talking about Modcloth again? That's because I sell Modcloth. I sell a lot of it, and you're going to see it. This was a really stretchy bombshell dress, very bodycon, beautiful wine velvet colored in a 1X. It sold for $68.65, and it was new with tax. I bought it liquidation. So after my cost of goods, fees, and shipping, I made $47.68 on this dress. And yes, I would definitely pick up Modcloth. A lot of my friends will text me when they find Modcloth at the thrift store to ask me questions. I am totally fine with that. If you want to message me on Instagram, our Instagram is TheSuperGeeked. When you're out, I am happy to help you any day of the week with your Modcloth finds. Just hit me up. Okay, another pair of Free People jeans that sold for $40.10. Now, these did have interest. They were ripped and shredded at the bottom, an uneven hem. I thought they were really cool. They were cropped length. They sold for $40.10, and after cost of goods, fees, and shipping, I made $19.07. And before I get to my Poshmark sales, be sure that you hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already subscribed. It really helps our channel out if you give me a thumbs up for the video and leave me a comment. Just let me know you stopped by. I love to subscribe to resellers on YouTube and watch your channels too. I like to learn from you. I hope that I'm a resource for other people to learn. So definitely say hello in the comments if you're new here because I would love to chat. All right, so let's move on to Poshmark. Poshmark is my main squeeze. I make the most money on Poshmark and the most sales. That could change, who knows, but right now that's where it stands. I do cross-list all of my items from Poshmark to eBay and Mercari, and then if it's vintage, then I put it on Etsy also. So all these items have an opportunity to sell on all the platforms, but I just make most sales on Poshmark. So this was another Modcloth piece. It was also velvet. I actually sourced this item on Poshmark. So sometimes I do buy items from other sellers on Poshmark, maybe somebody who's just selling stuff from their own closets. So I did pay up a little bit for this item, but I knew it would sell for a good price point. It sold for $68, and after cost of goods and fees, shipping is paid for by the buyer on Poshmark unless I give a shipping discount, but this did not have a shipping discount. So I made $36.69. Another pair of Free People jeans. I actually had two of these jeans. I got these retail arbitrage from Marshall's, and the other pair sold. You probably saw them in last month's What Sold video. They sold for like $78. These actually sold for $50. I was fine with it because my cost of goods was $3.21. And then after Poshmark fees, I made $36.79 on these jeans. Okay, another Modcloth piece. This was a really pretty marigold button front dress, and it sold for $72. It was new with tags. I bought it liquidation. I did offer a shipping discount on this because I did send an offer to the buyer. So after cost of goods, fees, and shipping, I made $45.40 on this Modcloth dress. Next up is an Anthropologie jacket. I got this thrifting in New Orleans with Alicia way back on one of our earlier thrifting trips. And I thought it was really cool. It was a bomber jacket, but it had this really cool pleating in the back. And it sold for $40. After cost of goods and fees, no shipping discount, I made $24.97. On that same shopping trip, I picked up these Anthropologie Pilcrow jeans. Now, I am kind of picky with Pilcrow, but this was a newer style Pilcrow. It was paper bag. It had the tie waist. It was a high rise, really cute. I thought they were adorable. They sold for $47. And after cost of goods and fees, no shipping discount, I made $27.18 on these jeans. One of the Modcloth pieces that I would probably reconsider picking up, but again, this goes back to what I was saying before. It sat for well over a year, but then it came out and sold for $65. I probably would still pick it up. But after cost of goods and fees on that item, I made $42. Okay, this was another liquidation purchase. This was a Modcloth maxi dress. I loved these dresses. I picked up several of them. They were new with tags. They were like a heavyweight, almost like a linen texture, but they were cotton. And this dress sold for $95. After my cost of goods and fees, I made $62.38 on this dress. Okay, then we have this Cabbie piece. I'm a lot more picky with Cabbie these days, but there are certain items like jackets and pants that still sell for a good price point for me. So I did pick up this Cabbie jacket. I thought it was interesting. It sold for $40, and after all my deductions, I made $28.66. This was a purchase I probably would not pick up again. I think this is a pretty no-brainer. It sat for a long time. I bought this at the beginning of quarantine when I was sourcing individual items on ThredUp. So I paid $7.96 for this item. It is Some Days Lovin', which was a Revolve, but it sat for over a year and it only sold for $40. And then after cost of goods, fees, and the shipping discount, I made $22.54. So I just think the right buyer happened to come along and scoop it up for $40. Otherwise, I don't know that it would have sold. Same thing with these Free People shorts I bought liquidation. I thought for sure that these were going to get a lot of interest. They were super cute. They were camo. They actually looked like they had maybe been some military pants that were cut off, like that sort of style, because the cut in the back of them were like that. They had a raw hem, just super cute. And I got 2 pair of them, new with tags, and they sat forever. And then they finally sold for $40. After cost of goods and fees, I made $18.38. So again, they sold for over $40, but they sat forever. So I probably would not pick these up again unless I got them for a better price point. All right, this is a Patagonia piece. This actually was given to me at the beginning of quarantine, and it sold for $45. My cost of goods were $0. And after fees and a shipping discount, I made $34.50 on that Patagonia jacket. This was a newer pickup for me. These were some hotter vintage inspired bow shoes. They were in this pretty red, like a scarlet red. They sold for $52. And after all my fees and cost of goods, I made $34.91 on these. They were brand spanking new, and I definitely would pick up these, this brand again. That was my first time finding them. So definitely a BOLO. All right, a brand I love to source is Bowden. These were, these I purchased recently in New Orleans with my girl Alicia, and they sold fairly quickly for $40. After my cost of goods and fees, no shipping discount, I made $26.54. Another BOLO is Aria Jeans. They're not really my style, but I do pick them up when I see them if they're in good condition, because they sell fast, like super, super fast. And these immediately had interest on several of my platforms, but I did sell them on Poshmark for $40 within 2 days. After my cost of goods, fees, and a shipping discount, because I sent an offer, I made $25.27 on these jeans. Not bad for a quick flip. Another liquidation Modcloth piece. This was a Hell Bunny dress. It looked very rockabilly. It had sparrows on the chest with some banners, very tattoo style, and it sold for $50 and I made $29.30 on it. I've talked about these cocktail pieces that I bought at a thrift store. They happen to be donated by a local boutique, and I happened to stop in the thrift store and scoop them up. Most of them were new with tags. The skirt was not new with tags, but it was new, and it was by a designer called TShirt. Very expensive. It was just the skirt portion. It did not have the halter top, and it sold for $60. So after cost of good fees, shipping discount, I made $40.29. So don't sit on your cocktail items, your cocktail dresses if you find some nice ones, wedding dresses, prom dresses, because people are definitely buying dresses in cocktail attire now that we are starting to be able to be around people again. All right, this was a Diane von Furstenberg top. Now, I pick up the silk wrap dresses, but I happen to get this top in a DIY designer box from ThredUp. It did sit for a little bit. I thought it was a cute top, but it finally found the right buyer. It sold for $40. And after the cost of goods fees and a shipping discount, I brought home $17.64. All right, I'm excited to talk about these. These are some Gerbeau jean shorts. Okay, when I was in junior high in like the 6th grade, Gerbeau was everything. I begged my mother for a pair of Gerbeau jeans, but they were so expensive in early 90s, like very expensive to buy. And I begged and begged, and my mom finally bought me a pair of Gerbeau jeans. I was so excited because everybody was wearing them. Well, they've come back. If you find Gerbeau jeans or shorts in the men's or women's section, pick them up because they definitely will sell for over the $40 mark. These are just a pair of shorts and they sold for $44. I actually only paid $4.72 for them at the thrift store. And after Poshmark fees and a shipping discount, I made $28.98 on these shorts and fulfilled all my junior high dreams. All right, next up is a brand I've actually never found. I know all about it. I've seen plenty of other resellers sell it, but just haven't found any down here. But I did find these hunter clogs. They were these special edition gardening clogs that had different floral motifs on them, and mine were a black and white floral. They sold super fast. I got a lady who reached out to me, and I had had a lot of interest on them, but nobody had made an offer. And I had sent out some offers on them, but just nobody had scooped them up. But anyway, this lady reached out to me and asked me if I could resend an offer, and I told her to just counter with 45 and I would accept it. So she countered me at 45. And after cost of goods and fees, no shipping discount, I made $29.79. So Hunter is definitely a BOLO, but I'm sure most of you, if you've been reselling for a while, know that already. All right, this is a dress I debated on getting, but my gut told me to pick it up. It was a 90s Ralph Lauren wool dress. It was in buffalo check. I found it in New Orleans when I was thrifting with Alicia, and I actually texted my friend Gorgeous because she buys and sells a lot of Ralph Lauren, and I was like, should I get this dress? Like, I feel like something is telling me that I need to get this dress. It was totally 90s vibes with the slip dress. You know, you could pair it with some Doc Martens. Totally would have been something I wore in high school. Anyway, Jess said the same thing. I needed to pick it up. So I was like, okay, sold. I'm getting it. And it did sell for $40. And so after my cost of goods and fees, then I made $28.56 on this dress. Another vintage piece. This was a Levi's crop denim vest. You saw me recently pick up another one in a recent haul, but this was the first one I had sourced, and it sold around the same time that I bought the second one. This one sold for $50, and after all the deductions, I made $35.02. This one was a size small, and the second one I picked up is a medium, and it's still listed on Poshmark if you're interested in buying it. So those were all my sales over $40 in the month of May. May was a great sales month for me. March was my best month so far. April went down just a little bit, and then May brought me back, not quite to March level, but pretty close. And I had a lot of sales that were under $40. So some of you asked if I could make a video of fast selling brands that maybe sell under the $40 mark. So I think I'm going to do that next and share with you some of those sales. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. I have another video coming out later this week, which is a thrifting trip with my girl Alicia over at Murray Life. We went back to New Orleans and it was a banger. Let me tell you, you thought my last haul was good. This haul's just as good. So I'm super excited to share it with you, and I hope that you'll stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.